this is England over here. Wales is over here. There's Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury is in Shropshire. This is Shropshire, this area here. Wroxeter is about 5 miles east of Shrewsbury along the River Severn. That's where you're heading. And you're probably heading from Shrewsbury, so you're taking the road south. A lot of those roads on there are old Roman roads. It's thought that there was probably once upon a time a bridge at Wroxeter. There's not anymore. There's not even spans. It's been 500 years since the Romans really were in Great Britain, if not more. And you know that there are Roman ruins in Wroxeter too. You learn that in Shropshire. But otherwise, Wroxeter is a tiny, tiny town that has very little. I mean, it's on a trade route supposedly, but it's not. There's no bridge anymore, so it's not as much. A cool autumn wind shakes the leaves from the trees as you enter the village of Wroxeter on the 27th of October. Leaves the date. Yes, Saturday, October 27th. It's said that this was once one of the largest Roman cities in Britain. Now, fragments of a great wall and some crumbling foundations are all that remains. Interspersed within and around these shadows of yesterday's greatness is a humble village of just a dozen or so families. They watch you cautiously as you approach, men, women, and even children with a bow or knife at hand, ready to fight. These villagers are hard, strong folks of Saxon heritage. They are the ones who stayed after the more fearful have fled to Shrewsbury. Yet, even in their eyes, you can see the hint of fear. The Black Wolf must be a fierce beast indeed to trouble these folks. Despite the unease, you can see the villagers are preparing for a festival. All Hallows Eve, once called Samhain, is the time of blood and death, when the livestock are culled of those too weak to live through the winter. Such animals are slaughtered, and the villagers will preserve as much meat as possible by salting and drying. The rest will be eaten in a feast. Naturally, people's minds turn to death in this season. It's common to honor the memories of loved ones now gone. The church holds its veneration of the saints the next morning on the first day of November, All Saints' Day. A bleat sounds suddenly as an old goat has its throat cut, a quick and merciful kill. Another gust of wind carries the coppery tang of blood, an ominous omen to begin your hunt for the demon wolf. That's kind of an idea of what Wroxeter looks like. It's a tiny little village. There's maybe a dozen houses. Some of them appear to be empty. You can see smoke coming out of others. This picture has chimneys. There are no chimneys on these houses. Chimneys have not been invented yet. They won't be invented for 500 years. There's a large church in the center of town, and a lot of the fields are fallow right now. A lot of the vegetable gardens are as well. There's your town. What do you want to do?
Use some terms for the town.
You don't know. You weren't told. There's a village headman, but you did not get that information before you left Shropshire.
Can we go ask one of the local villagers?
Yeah, there's a guy. Looks like he is working on. He's making some rope. There you go. It looks like this guy. There he is. He looks surly and angry. He doesn't look like it, no. He's probably a farmer, and he's sitting at in front of one of the houses, and he's weaving rope together.
Okay. We should buy some rope from first. We likes this. We need it anyway.
Oh, I thought you had rope.
Oh, did we get rope?
Yeah, you got some rope.
Yeah, some rope.
Okay.
Like 20, 30 feet of rope.
Oh, nice.
That's a good start. If you need more, you can try to find it. Remember, and you don't see any like shops. There's no inn in this place and that kind of thing. The church is pretty much the only really good building. There is a tower back here that looks like it's crumbling, falling apart. Probably old Roman manufacture.
Okay. I guess we approach the villager on our horses.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, sir.
He pulls on his hat, looks you up and down, suspiciously. He's got a knife on his belt, and that's about it. He doesn't have any like major weaponry.
We're looking for the headsman of this village.
That'd be Alfred.
Where's Alfred?
That's his house. He points you over that way.
I kind of nod and say, "Thank you, sir." And I guess we got over there unless you want to do anything there.
We should probably pay him. Just give him like a coin. You always pay for information. It's good juju. It's good juju.
He tells you to give him a coin. Okay.
Flip him a dinar.
Okay.
For his information.
He bites into it, pockets it, goes back to his work.
Okay. Then we head over to the headsman.
Okay. You can find Alfred. Here he is.
So
there he is.
the button and any kind if you don't have to.
He's
observing for the most part right now.
he's really young. How old is John?
20.
John's 20. Okay, this guy's probably not much older than you are. It's pretty young to be a headman of a village. He greets you. He says, "Good afternoon, gentlemen. Can I help you?"
Yes, Leppard.
Go ahead, sorry.
We've been sent by the Earl to deal with your Black Wolf.
Oh, good. I've seen it. I've seen the Black Wolf.
Have you now?
I aptly named him bigger than any wolf I've ever seen before. 15 to 20 stone. You guys know that stone is about 14 pounds, which means he's saying it's between 210 and 280 pounds. At least. Wolfston, my predecessor, saw the beast up close and was so terrified that he took his family and fled in the night.
You know where he fled off to?
I'm assuming to what the hell's the name of it?
Shropshire.
No, Shropshire is the county. Shrewsbury?
Shrewsbury.
I'm assuming he went to Shrewsbury. That's where many of them people are going.
Well, do you have any more information about the beast besides how much it weighs?
It's been around for a few months.
Are any of the buildings abandoned?
Yeah.
Do you mind if we take residence in one of the abandoned?
Well, what are you doing here?
We're here to kill it. Or was it the Earl?
Oh, yeah, you can take, yeah. He'll take you to one of the abandoned buildings. There's not much in there. It's a hearth, or a fire pit, basically. No furniture. It's like one room. But it will keep the wind off of you and the cold.
We're going to make some operations.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a smith anywhere? Anvil?
Yes, but no. The nearest one is up at Shrewsbury. They always have to take their work up there. They do have a miller in town. There's a mill on the river just outside of the town. That is Ingeld. That's pretty much the only, aside from farming, that's all that's in this town, that and the church. He tells you Father Thomas is the priest, is a village priest. He's not too happy with our festivities. But Actogith is. She's an old wise woman that lives here.
Does she know more?
About what?
Situation.
About the wolf? Maybe. I don't know if she's seen it. I've seen it. It's huge. Big as your horse. He's probably exaggerating, but 200 pounds is a pretty damn big wolf. If you need me, you know where to find me.
Yeah.
And he heads off.
Here I was thinking it was just some crazy Viking going around with black hilt on his back.
I mean, could we win just by killing a wolf and dyeing it black? What? Think outside the box. I'd say we have to visit the old lady and find the mythology behind it, because it seems to be kind of a local myth, I'd say.
Sounds like a good idea. The priest might know something too.
There's no way. He wouldn't tell us anything.
We're not from the area.
Yeah, but he doesn't believe in it. To him, it's just a
He said he's going to look like citizens.
Yeah, but the wolf is most likely not natural, if it's that big. We go ahead and assume that Catholicism probably doesn't approve of its existence.
I don't know if it would be some big alpha. Cool.
Yeah, if it's old, it would be affecting people.
Has it been do you know that it's been taking people from their homes, or
You don't know.
killing them?
You have no idea.
Wise woman.
Well, I guess we go with such a wise woman.
Okay. You ask around, you find that she lives in the old Roman tower. The crumbling tower. She has a little house that's connected to it. She is, her name is Atelgia. There she is. She's old. You don't know if you've ever seen anybody as old as she is. She's all wrinkly. She opens her door and she just glares at you. What do you want?
Let's seek information.
Well, you've come to the right place. And she just turns her back and walks into the house.
I guess we just welcome ourselves in.
Yeah, okay, you leave it. She's boiling some water. She's making some kind of brew. And she puts a little honey in it and sits down and starts to drink it. She says, "What are you looking for?"
We're looking into the wolf problem.
"Oh, I've seen the yellow eyes of the monster, staring from the woods." This whole place is surrounded by woods. You guys know the woods is a bad place. It's always a bad place. Bad things live in the woods. The devil, monsters, witches, every bad... Fairy.
Dragons.
You guys have heard of fairies and stuff, too. I mean, that's a big thing in England. Dragons, yeah. Everything evil lives in the woods. Those are not the eyes of a normal animal. They hold intelligence and evil. I've cast my auguries. And I know the Black Wolf is an unnatural beast and motivated by malice. It means harm to this village must be stopped. Are you here to stop it, man with the sword?
Yes, the Earl is paying us very well.
Oh. Then you need to find it and stop it, track it down and kill it. Especially before the 31st. Before our festivities.
What day is it today?
Today's 27th. You guys have like 4 days, 3 or 4 days.
What kind of animals has it abducted in the past?
Sheep, cows, goats. Killing everything. What are you whispering about?
Nothing.
Bait. Bait for the animal. You can draw it out. track
Which
it.
one are you going to use of you for bait?
How about the armored one?
You're both wearing armor. She pokes you. You know, it doesn't do anything because you got the leather, that wool stuff all over your clothes.
The shielded one. The juggernaut guy.
Oh.
Do you even know what Juggernaut is?
No. The shielded one, we'll go with that.
Wait, what is juggernaut?
Oh, I don't think it's even a word in this thing.
Who knows?
Oh, it's German, yeah. It's German.
Yeah. So you probably just
I
call me the
don't-
shielded one.
Yeah, I don't
Bears.
speak German.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something evil about it. It's up there. Let's wait.
Is there
Sloppily sips whatever she's drinking.
some sort of pattern to these attacks?
Nope. Not that I know of.
Oh, my.
But I'm not everybody.
What, does it attack at night?
Mostly. Nobody's seen it during the day. It stays in the shadows of the woods. It's an evil creature. It's a horrible thing. She glares at you. Well, she glares a lot. That's kind of how her face just kind of falls. She has resting bitch face.
Resting witch face.
That too.
Well,
Keep talking, I'm listening.
do you know why this creature, or when it started appearing?
Month. Maybe more. Not longer than a month. Not too much longer than a month, though.
Put it.
We're done.
He's under my feet. Good. See, it's October now.
Yes. Should have closed this door. She's peeing there again. What? Oh, you're punished now. She thinks my parents' bedroom is her personal bathroom. Come here. Come here. Come on. Alright, are you done with this lady?
Not quite.
What is this? What? What is that? No.
What's the current date?
It's 27th October.
And there's
27th, yes. You
Are
guys
there
have,
any
the
special-
31st is the festival, and then the next day is All Saints Day.
Are there any special holidays, traditions, anything going on in September? Last month? A few moons ago?
No, nothing seemed to her to coincide with when the wolf was first spotted or when it first started making its attack.
Does she have any theories on why it's appeared?
No. But she said she's cast an augury to try to determine what was going on, and that's all the information she's gotten. You do get from the conversation that she's a follower of the old ways,
Definitely holidays.
not super Christian, not super Catholic as far as that goes. The festival is going to have some of the old ways in it this year.
Should probably talk to the priest.
Do you know anyone in town who might know more?
She just kind of gestures towards the town.
Just ask around then.
She just gestures again.
Is there anything else you think we need to ask for this thing?
I don't think so.
Thank you for your time, man.
Good luck. Kill it. Kill it.
We'll come back later if we need your assistance.
She just nods at you.
And I guess we just see ourselves out.
Yeah, you take your leave.
Into town.
Yeah, there's like a dozen families that live in this town that are still here. There's probably maybe about twice that many before the wolf attacked, you would guess. Yeah. Any place in particular? You want to just go talk to people?
I think we're going to go to the priest first.
Oh, okay. You can go to the priest. Thomas is the village priest. Here he is. They call him Young Thomas, but he's like in his 40s. Hey, you already got in trouble once. Come on, let's go outside. Come on, come on. Go out. You stay in. Leave her alone. Let her have some rest for a change. It's driving me crazy. Okay. Yeah. Father Thomas. He will see you in the church. He's very happy that the Earl has finally sent somebody. Shh, you're fine. That the Earl has finally sent somebody. He's a little exasperated at the way that the locals cling to their superstitions, despite his frequent sermons. He seems like he's in conflict with Adelgith a little bit. A little upset that nobody wants to learn Latin. It's the language you're supposed to learn. He's probably in his mid-40s. Kind of crotchety. He mentions his aches and pains that he has all the time. He is not going to be taking place in the festivities in a few days because they're pagan foolishness. He says, as the millennium of Christ draws to a close and the return of our Lord, not as a lamb, but as a lion of God draws nigh, the devil's loosing his demons, such as this Black Wolf upon the world. The Dark One prepares for the great battle of Armageddon. We must prepare ourselves and put on the full armor of God. We must repent and pray and be ready for the end at hand. So he's a big preacher man.
Okay.
Can I go ahead and ask him if there's anything about the wolf that would make it seem as though it's anything but a normal timber wolf?
There's the devil. It's huge. Bigger than a man, is what he tells you. Why? Alfred himself has said that it's 10 to 14 stone. Lots bigger than any man.
Do you believe Alfred's word?
I have no reason to doubt him. I've taught him Latin. He's the village headman now. Oh, for fuck's sake. No. Here, chew that. Not that one. Where are all your toys now? He tells you that he taught Alfred Latin. He was a ready student, very surprisingly. Not many people learn. Jesus, I'm killing my head. That Alfred took over as headman of the village. He was appointed by the Earl after Wolfston disappeared. One of the villagers, him and his family, just left one night. Alfred claimed that Wolfston had seen it up close, and then after that he was out because of the terror that he felt from seeing the horrible beast. But yeah. He believes Alfred. He doesn't see any reason why he would lie. Lying is a sin, especially at this time when pretty soon the whole world's going to end. Sinning is something you shouldn't do. He's willing to listen to your confessions if you want as well. If you wish to unburden your souls. Oh, for God's sake. Alright. Don't eat the hasta. Alright, go. Go outside. Go. Okay. But he is, he's obviously very upset about this festivities. Because Adelgith is adding pagan elements to it. He doesn't like that. It's wrong. Adelgith is too into the old ways. Whereas Christianity is here to save us all.
I want to ask Thomas, do you know anyone that does
Father Thomas. That's what he says to you.
Father Thomas.
Yes.
Do you know of anyone that does not believe that in town?
Cuthbert is very upset. Cuthbert was Wolfstrom's cousin. He seems to be he and Alfred do not get along. He seems to be very upset about Alfred claiming that Wolfstrom left the village out of terror and fear, that he's a coward.
What does he believe?
I don't know, but he doesn't like Alfred.
Well, where is he then?
He'll tell you where he lives. He's one of the farmers. He's one of the local farmers.
Where is Wolfstrom's house?
Yeah, he tells you. He points it out. Yeah, I think this isn't really much of a map, but there's Alfred. I have a map. Did I map him? Yes. Aha! Cuthbert's house is up here. It's this guy right there. Is the instructions. You get past the village green. He himself. You find out that he himself lives in this little rectory in the church. Father Thomas does. And you could also learn from him that this was Wolfstrom's house right here. So Alfred Wolfstrom, Cuthbert, the father, and then Adelgith lives out at the. Well, it's more. She lives in the house that's connected to the old Roman tower.
Does anyone live in Wolfstrom's house?
No. They abandoned the place a month or so ago. Nobody's come into the village. People don't really travel in this period at all. Like, almost nobody travels. You guys are.
Not
Yeah, because you're actually moved from village to village. And in this case, you have a mission, but nobody's moved into Wolfstrom's house yet.
Thank you, Father. I think we're going to go at
Cuthbert. I'm going to talk to him. Yeah, that's Wolfstrom's cousin.
But when we leave the church, I take John aside because I'm not saying my name. I say we go check out Wolfstrom's house first before we go west.
I concur.
Okay. Yeah, you guys can go on the way. It's actually on the way.
Mm-hmm.
Wolfstrom's house, the front door is not, there's no locks on any of these doors, really. There's some bolts, but it's not bolted shut. Are you just letting yourselves in?
Yeah.
Okay. It looks like what little furniture was in there is gone. It's a little dusty and dirty because it's been a month. You see a couple of mice scurry away as you open up the door. These are usually little shacks. It's got the, oh shit, what the fuck is it called? It's just hay. Thatch, thank you, that's what I'm looking for. So there's a thatched roof, there's no fireplace, there's just a fire pit. Just one room, no windows, really, just the door. I mean, all the houses are like that. These are kind of idealized little houses with little cute windows. That's not on there. That's and poses a danger to people inside. Looks empty. You don't see any sign of. There's some debris, leftover stuff there.
So there's nothing of interest.
Doesn't look like it, no.
Nothing hidden.
No. Now you guys can take a half an hour and just kind of comb the place if you want.
I was
poking the thatch, making sure there's nothing up there, checking around the fire pit, picking up some of the debris, but you don't find anything really of interest here. It looks like the family either packed up and left, or people have come in afterwards and removed stuff. It's really impossible to tell.
There's nothing here. Guess we should go talk to Leppard.
A lot of Cthulhu is investigation. So, just to let you know. You head up to Cuthbert's house and you find him. There he is. Ooh. He did something. He's seen some shit. He doesn't believe Wolfstrom took his family to Shrewsbury like Alfred has claimed. He says Wolfstrom was a strong, dedicated leader, a man you could trust. He would never have just packed up and vanished in the night. Alfred says Wolfstrom told him they had run in with the Black Wolf and it frightened him so badly that he was taking his family and leaving. Well, if that was true, why did he say nothing to me? We were closer than brothers. Besides, Wolfstrom's no coward, and as skilled a hunter as I've ever known. In fact, we were planning to hunt the beast down ourselves. The whole story doesn't sit well with me. That's what Cuthbert tells you.
Well, so what's the leader, the old leader's name again?
Wolfstrom was the old head.
So when did supposedly Wolfstrom leave? Last month?
It was a little more than a month ago. And it was not long after the wolf appeared.
And would it have taken that long? Well, as out of character, would that have taken that long for him to get to Wolfshire?
Shrewsbury?
Shrewsbury.
Shrewsbury's only 5 miles away.
How
You
long?
can get there in less than a day. It took you guys like 2 or 3 hours to get
So
there.
I probably would have known if he had been there.
Not necessarily. Shrewsbury's a little bit bigger town.
But I
He
feel
could
like,
be living there quietly without anybody really knowing about it.
But I feel like he would probably told, at least as a character, I feel like he would have told the Jarl
Yeah, you can believe that.
if he was there. You know what happened to his house?
What?
Wolfstrom's house.
No. What do you mean?
Well, we looked inside and there's nothing in there.
Oh, Alfred says he took all of his stuff. In the night. Left in the middle of the night with his whole family.
That's odd.
Did he have a cart?
Nope.
Any horses?
Nope. Would have had to pack it all on his back.
Didn't leave anything behind.
Well, I don't know. I haven't been in his house. You said you were in his house? Was there anything there?
Just looked like it had been abandoned for a moment.
He just shrugs.
Was there anywhere the villagers congregate outside of the church?
Not really. Sometimes on the village green, in the middle of town. That shows little tents. They're not there. That's where the festivities are supposed to take place, on the village green, in a few nights, for All Hallows Eve, or Samhain. Not Samhain. Yeah, All Hallows Eve, or All Saints' Day. Why would he have left without telling me?
Oh, are you asking me?
That's what he says.
Why would he have left without telling you?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who he was, so I'm not sure.
He was a good man. In charge of this village. Did a good job. Then boom, gone in the middle of the night.
Doesn't make sense to me, personally. He would probably wait until morning to leave, at the earliest.
Mm-hmm.
He would probably have rented a cart. Bought a cart for someone in town. First.
But it's gone. Mm-hmm.
When did... So why is Alfred in charge of the town now?
He was assigned it by the Earl.
Really?
Mm-hmm. The Earl put him in charge.
So when did Earl... Has he been a local of the town for a long time?
All his life, just like the rest of us.
Mm.
Your character's from France. You've traveled.
Yeah.
So that is a logical question. You've never been anywhere. Well, you're from Wales.
I didn't say anything. I'm just standing here.
No. That's not a character that I'm giving you guys that information. Sorry.
Well, we're hunting down that beast.
Good. Kill it. Find out what happened to Wolfstrom.
That seems to be something of interest related to this. Because if we could find what happened to Wolfstrom, we might find out more about the beast.
Alright.
Or at least if we find one. Either way. But I do not feel like